up, everybody? How you doing? This is your girl Val Forensic Gal on CyberSecureyou. How are you doing? Excuse me for being a little flustered right now, okay? So we just had some shit pop off, and I'm trying to calm the hell down. I'm already calm, but still, you know what I mean? But today's show, I'm excited about today's show because it's a serious matter. I have spoken about it many times before. But I wanted to speak about it today again to kind of hone in more on, why it occurs, who are likely suspects of it occurring to, and ways that you can handle it, okay? So we're going to get a little bit more in depth with the topic of cyberbullying, and that it's a real problem, all right? Many of us think, okay, cyberbullying is very similar to just being physically bullied, like in person. You remember back in the day, I know I'm a little bit older now, but when I was younger, the way things used to go down is you'd have an argument with somebody, okay? You wait till after school, the bus drops you off, they're bullying you the whole time while you're in school, all right? You're going from one period to the next with the bully basically in your ear talking about, oh, let me take this out. Hello. The bully in your ear basically taunting you, harassing you. And it's like, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you. It happened to me. And then you get off, you get to the end of the day, you get on the school bus, you get home, then it gets real, right? It gets physical. Now with cyberbullying, okay, what makes cyberbullying even worse, instead of, like I said, back in the day, people will talk. Oh, and then you get older and it's like, oh, remember when you kicked Stacey Gilmore's ass and da-da-da-da, right? Because Stacey Gilmore used to bully me when I was younger. She did. Okay, and then she came with all kinds of rumors and all that stuff. But then it fades. It fades. But when it comes to cyberbullying, it can last forever. Why? Because it's on the internet. It is being publicized to the world on the internet. Okay, and that is the key. I want to say key ingredient, but it's not an ingredient. That's the main aspect to understand about cyberbullying. It publicizes what's going on to everybody. So even individuals who didn't want to be involved and maybe in a whole nother country can get involved in the bullshit and then jump in on the bullshit. How about that? You know what I mean? And then then all of a sudden you're being harassed and talked about by somebody way in another country that you don't even know, that you've never even met. So, cyberbullying, let's start where it includes sending information, posting, sharing negative and harmful and false, mean content about someone else. That's just what it is in a nutshell. It's unwanted behavior because the person obviously who's being bullied, cyberbullied, does not want to be bullied. It's repetitive, okay? And it's aggressive because it tends to get worse and worse and worse. Because the thing about doing it on the internet is they'll start by saying, oh, well, you stink, right? Especially when they're younger. It really does affect our teens and school-aged children because they don't understand how bad words hurt, right? So, oh, you stink. Then from there, it goes to, oh, well, your mama stinks. Then it'll go like, well, I saw you do this. And it'll progress and progress until the point where the words cannot be taken back and the rumors start to travel based on what was written online that is totally 100% untrue and false. All right? So I wanted to read a story that I found online. So here it is. There's a site right now on Facebook that is called Calling the Hose. That's what it's called on Facebook, Calling the Hose. That seems to be a place for people to write for all of the world to see any hurtful or sick thoughts about anyone that they do not like. Facebook refuses to take the page down. And this is from a 17-year-old girl in the United States. She wrote this, okay? And she's basically saying that She's feeling hurt by it. Someone that she doesn't know. She doesn't know what to do. All right, and she doesn't know where to go for help. But she has written to Facebook and she's asking them, look, take this down because someone is going to kill themselves over what is being written on this particular page. All right, can anyone help? She wants to begin the process of having this page taken down, calling the hoes. Can you imagine? Calling the hoes. I didn't even know the page existed. Personally, I have never heard of it. So I'm like, okay. And who is actually visiting this page? But you see, again, when you're in school, like these young folks are, they're in school and they're seeing each other every day and they're conversating and they're all jumping online on their phones and on the internet and playing games and all this stuff. It's easier for information to travel amongst the school per se. I wouldn't even say amongst the group, amongst it's easier for the information to just travel around the school, and get out there to other schools in the neighboring area, right? Because they're all together all the time. They see each other more than they see their parents. I swear. I used to say your kid spends more time in school than they do with their parents at the end of the day, right? So, I'm hot. I wish I could put my little fan up here, and I'm going to. Oops, it's in the scene. Oh, does it? Is it that bad? Okay, well, it's hot. Anyways, moving on. Here's another one. I've been friends with this person for 3 years now. Well, best friends. I never thought she could do this to me. She's lying and she's getting our friends she's getting our friends, and all I can do is watch. She called me ugly rag doll, useless, and baddie all my life. Jealous. I need to grow up. I'm unpopular. I can go rot under a rock. Okay, now for me that doesn't seem so bad, right? Like, okay, she didn't really. I mean, she said some things, but it don't seem that bad. But it doesn't matter to me. Like, meaning what I think does not matter. It's what the person who's being bullied feels and thinks, and how it affects them. And so for this particular 12-year-old who wrote this, she says, only someone that is heartless and that has never been bullied before can say some things like this. I guess they don't know how it feels. So for her to actually go onto a site and actually write about this, that says a lot. So the information has spread, others know about it, and she's feeling some kind of way. She's feeling hurt, and it could lead to her committing suicide over these simple words. And they're not even simple, but they're hurtful words. Don't get me wrong. But it's not as bad as it could get. But when they're young, they don't get that, right? They don't understand, like, girl, that ain't nothing. Brush it off, keep it moving, right? They don't understand that yet. They're young. So for them, that hurts. Let me get to another story. My 16-year-old son was cyberbullied on Facebook for over 8 hours. The event was so traumatic, it caused my son to have an acute psychotic breakdown and to be hospitalized in adolescent psychiatric ward. Whoa. Okay. For almost a month, he has been changed forever. He will never be the same mentally. Internet bullying can hurt and affect people, and kids need to know this. These kids are not being punished in any way, and I think the incident is funny. We know it is life-changing. I don't know why she said she thinks the incident is funny. I wonder. I guess she thinks it's funny that they're not being punished, because I know damn well she doesn't think it's funny. Yeah, because something's missing from that statement right there. But this is from a parent of a 16-year-old boy in Minnesota. Okay. I will read one more. This is from a 36-year-old woman, all right, in Rhode Island. I am a Facebook user, and I have reported these two people who are female who are putting all kinds of things about me on their wall and Facebook. Apparently, they don't care because they have not done anything about the bullying so far before or now. I don't think that this is right. They should take these problems very serious. I think they should take them very serious as well. It's funny because most of what I'm reading, and there's quite a bit of stories here. If you guys want to check these stories out, you can go to Cyberbullying Research Center or cyberbullying.org and /stories. And there's a whole list of stories there about cyberbullying. What's interesting to me is that the stories that I'm reading it's like Facebook. What is it with people being able to attack others on Facebook so easily? Like, why aren't we able to get this under some kind of control? And it seems to me the only way that you're able to even get to a representative at Facebook is to be certified, to be meta verified. Like I had told you guys a few weeks ago, I was able to recapture my Facebook account because I was meta verified on Instagram. So it seems like that is, if you really truly are serious about having this type of behavior stop, then you need to go and get verified, which means you're going to have to pay some money. Then you're going to have to pay some money. I don't know why this is asking me to confirm my iCloud password. I'm literally on here talking to you guys and it's telling me to confirm my iCloud password, which means what? You know what I mean? Like, who's trying to get on my computer while I'm on here doing this? Like, stay the hell out of my shit. I swear to God. This is my life. This is what I deal with. But anyways, it's like sending me a message to confirm my password. Weird. Anyways, so online harassment, it's used to threaten and destroy your privacy. They'll take some of your personal information and they will put it out to the public. They'll use your social security information. They'll use credit cards. They'll use phone numbers, whatever it takes. When it comes to cyberbullying, it's kind of whatever it takes to break you down and have other people look at you a certain way, which, listen, that's my freaking life. Oh my God, I'm talking about my damn life. Oh my God. You know what? I didn't even realize. I mean, I've been hacked, right? I've been physically stalked, harassed. And then when I think about it, I've been cyberbullied. When I read through what the implications are for someone who has been cyberbullied and what the cyberbulliers are trying to accomplish, hey, I fit the script, period. Because the things that have happened to me, it's all really to make other people think some kind of way about me. But me, you see, the type of person I am, I really don't give a shit. I mean, that's the problem. I don't care. You know what I mean? And I will never care. You're trying to achieve a goal, but I know who I am. You know what I mean? I'm a grown-ass woman. I know who I am. I know where I stand. I know what I've done in my life. I know where I'm going in my life. So regardless of what somebody else is trying to do to you, and this is a message for everyone out there, because I am honestly a testimony for anybody else out there that could possibly be going through what I have gone through, or anybody that I've read that's going through any type of cyberbullying and someone is just constantly harassing you. Their goal is to make you look crazy and make you look like you don't have it together. They just want to embarrass you in front of other people, but you really have to have thick skin. I'm telling you, you're going to have to tough it up. You're really just not going to have to. You cannot give a shit. Don't go take your life. Don't go hang yourself inside your parents' closet. You know what I mean? Don't do that, because doing that, you won't be here. You're like deading yourself. That's what they're trying to accomplish. They want you to disappear because they're such low lives. Look at it that way. The bulliers, they are the low lifers. They're the ones that don't have it together. They're the ones that wish they were you. So they're coming for you because they want to be you. So if you look at it from that perspective, you'll be okay. You brush that shit off and you keep it moving. Do not let anybody take you to that level. I'm still standing. And believe me, when I was thick in it and it was really deep and I was like, what the hell is going on? I didn't know. I was like, why, God, why? But I toughed it out. I really did. And, like I said, my story is one day going to become a movie because it is that real. At the same time, it's like I'm still here and I'm still standing and I will remain standing. So bottom line is don't let it get to you. Anyways, they use photos, comments, posts, text messages, and messaging apps, online forums, chat rooms, messaging boards. We all kind of get the gist of what they're doing, how they're doing it, right? But they utilize these to get the attention of other people because, again, they want to humiliate you for public record. All right. The most common types of cyberbullying, they call it flaming, which is putting your information out there, outing you, outing you, trolling you, meaning everything you do, they're watching, every move you make, name calling, spreading false rumors, sending explicit messages, and cyber stalking, which it's funny because I was telling my producer, Neff, shout out, I was telling her, I want to talk about cyber bullying, but then I also was thinking about talking about cyber stalking. And they're so similar, right? But they are separate. All right. So I was like, okay, which should I do? But my heart was like, talk about cyberbullying. And then next week we can talk about cyber stalking. But cyber stalking, harassing and making physical threats. So again, the goal is to embarrass and humiliate you. It is a criminal act. All right. It's unlawful. So you have someone that is being a bully and they think, hey, I can do this. No big deal. Like, I'm going to threaten her online and nothing's going to happen to me. Wrong, because it is a crime. It is 100% a crime. So we have here, this is the Brown family. Matter of fact, let me get to that story because I have a few stories. It's so unfortunate. Is this the one that I want to talk about though? This is the one, Brown family. Hold up. I'm confused because I have a few stories for you guys, and one of them, Michael, can you go to the picture with the two girls? That's the kind of the one I want to talk about. Okay. I think this is it. Yes. So these two young teenagers, okay, they were bullying I think she was a 12-year-old girl, okay, either 14 or 12. And they actually got arrested. So if you think, because it's a crime, I just said that, it's crime and it's unlawful. It's illegal act. It's illegal behavior to threaten someone, to bully someone, whether you do it physically or on the internet. It is a crime. And these two chicks here thought, oh, hey, we'll go ahead and we will threaten, what is her name? I think her name is, what is her name? Where's her name at? Gabriella Green. Okay. So these two girls were basically harassing 12-year-old Gabriella Green. I said she was 14, but she's actually 12, from Florida. And these girls got arrested. Now, the police reports that one of the suspects told an investigator that she started a rumor about Green. All right. She did it in person and then she went and did it online. And she basically started rumors of her having, of Gabriella having a sexually transmitted disease. All right. So the picture before this, Michael, with the mother, that is Gabriella. So sweet little Gabriella, Gabriella probably was just minding her business, just living her little life. And here comes these two, I want to say the word, you know what I'm thinking, bitches, basically. I don't care if they're young. Who are you, right? And they start spreading these rumors that she has sexually transmitted diseases. They called her vulgar names, and they threatened to expose personal information about her and sensitive details about her life. That's bullying. Now, Gabriella confided in these two girls that she thought were her friends. She confided in them, letting them know that she had been raped. I don't even think her parents knew, but she confided in her friends. Hey, look what happened. This is what happened to me. She was probably scared. She didn't know what to do, but she thought she could confide in her friends. And then she told her friends. And what did her friends do? Which they really aren't her friends. If your friends can do that shit, take something you told them and turn that shit back around on you, they are not your friends. I'm here to tell you. You know, they really don't give a shit about you. For them to take what she told them and then turn that shit around and then start saying that she caught this and she caught that and making her feel so low of the low, then Gabriella, guess what Gabriella goes and does? Gabriella hung herself. Now okay, so here's the thing. Let me back it up a little bit. Gabriella had confided in a younger boy, one of her friends, another guy, a boy, saying that, hey, this is making me really sad. I'm not, it's hurting me to the core. I think I'm going to hang myself. I want to go hang myself. Right. And I think he told her, well, if you want to go hang yourself, go hang yourself. I don't think he said it not realizing the implication of his words and how the words can really like have an effect on her. Like he didn't realize what he was saying when he said it. And apparently she had attempted to do it. And so when he had saw her, she had marks around her neck. And he was like, whoa, okay, wait a minute. She actually might be trying to do this. And he says, well, if you're going to do it, just do it. Who says that, right? These kids nowadays, I swear to God, I can't. But even adults do that. So I can't even blame it on kids. If you're going to do it, just do it. That's crazy, right? So, and this was all up and leading up to her actually hanging herself. And then boom, she actually ended up doing it because she couldn't take the pressure of what was going on. She could not take the harassment. She could not take the pain that it was causing her. And so I'm very happy that these two girls got arrested. I don't feel sorry for their asses. That's what you get. You know what I mean? That's exactly what you get. Who do you think you are? I'm talking to them like they're sitting right here. Who the hell do you think you are? Why would you do some shit like that? What's wrong with you? I can't. I swear, I struggle to understand why people do the things that they do. I cannot wrap my mind around it, and I think I will go to my grave trying to figure that shit out. I just don't get it. So anyways, that is what happened to Gabriella. So now, Michael, if you want to go back to the other pictures, McKenna Brown, that's Gabriella Green. Isn't she cute with her mom? Little 12-year-old Gabriella Green. So sad. May she rest in peace. Seriously. I feel bad. Anyways, this is the pictures prior to that. I have a 29-year-old daughter. So here, yeah, that's the picture. That's the picture. Not that one, Brown, the white chick. The cocky. Yeah, her. I have a 29-year-old daughter. And I'm glad that she made it 29. And I know she's going to make it to, I don't know, 90. You know what I mean? But she's going to be around while I'm around and far past that. But I can't even imagine her hanging herself. I can't even, what? I can't wrap my mind around something like that. And then when you're a mother, and there are people who are watching me that are mothers, can't fathom that. I can't. So anyways, here is McKenna. And poor McKenna was having boy problems. Drama with a boy. Apparently she broke the girl code and slept with one of her friends' ex-boyfriends. Now, mind you, it was the ex-boyfriend of the girl that she knew. Even though I get it, she did break the girl code. She did. Because me personally, I ain't touching anybody that's been with anybody I know. I don't want you. I don't want you. But again, when you're younger, she's 16. So when you're younger, that, it's kind of either here or there. You really don't understand that whole thing, right? You don't get that, oh, don't touch it until you get a little older. You don't want anything that's been slobbed on by somebody else. That's how I feel about it. I don't want the germs. It's all about germs for me. But anyways, and saliva and stuff like that. I'm like, ugh. Anyways, but McKenna didn't know that. And McKenna basically was accused of breaking the girl code, was speaking to one of her girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, and then she took her life. And so there was a lot of bullying surrounding it. People were harassing her. She couldn't take it anymore. And she also took her life. What gets me is the whole hanging. What it seems like a lot of these kids, they hang themselves. What is it with the hanging? Instead of, well, I don't even want to give any idea. So I'm not even going to say what you could do instead, but it's just, how about you just don't kill yourself? How about that? But it just seems like that is just a real horrible, horrifying way to go. You want to hang yourself? I can't. I just don't understand it. So it's unfortunate that happened. Her father was, do I have a picture of her father or not? Her family, of course, took it very hard. I may not have put the picture up of their father. I don't know. But nevertheless, there it is. Yeah. The father, they have, they publicly speak out about this because, of course, they're against cyberbullying. And the fact that it made his daughter go to that extreme. But here's another thing. I just thought about this. Like, okay, look, I was all in my daughter's business. Okay. Like, I swear she couldn't make a move and I didn't know about it. You know what I mean? I literally was all up in her business. If she did something, I knew about it. And other parents in our little group, in our little crew, we operated in that fashion. They could not sneeze the wrong way and we don't know about it. So for me, it's like, if all this harassment was going on, where were the parents during this time when she was feeling so low? How did they not notice? Because with me, I can look at my daughter and I can immediately tell when something's wrong. She's 29 right now, and I can look at her and tell when something's wrong. Literally, we still, she's my child. I still have that bond, even though she's like married now and everything. Like, when she's talking to me on the phone, her voice, I can immediately tell what's wrong. I'm like, that's the first words out of my mouth. Honey, what's wrong? Are you okay? How can you sound like that? What's going on? That's me. So I don't expect every parent to be all in their kids' business the way that I was, but maybe you should, because we're living in a totally different world right now. And the invasiveness with this online activity, and the fact that they can reach so many more people, meaning they can get online and talk to strangers all the way in a whole nother country, right? And you wouldn't even know unless you're in their business. You need to be monitoring what they're doing. Well, let me, because Michael's giving me the thing. I got 2 minutes. So let me go in and say this really quick, because I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys some information. So check it out. If you're struggling with being bullying, okay, now mind you, 16% of students experience bullying grade 9 through 12. 15.7% of high school students get electronically bullied. All right. So just those are some stats. Nationally, about 1 in 3 children say that they are being cyberbullied. Okay. So you can go to stopbullying.gov. You can go to UNICEF. You can go to cyberbullying.org. Or you can call 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-TALK. And there is one more thing I wanted to share with you guys really quickly, just so you know the stats. How can you tell if someone's being cyberbullied? They become shy and withdrawn. They become moody, agitated, anxious, stressed out. They act more aggressively towards others. They protest going to school. They get into trouble at school. They skip school. They take a dip in their academic performance. They stop using the computer and other devices to connect to the internet. They change their eating habits, their sleeping habits. They begin to experience nightmares. They start self-harming themselves, and they threaten suicide. So they'll make some kind of mention of wanting to not be here. Like, I just don't want to be here. They may not necessarily say I'm going to hang myself, but they say I don't want to be here. And they suddenly start hanging out with new groups of friends. So parents, that's a way to notice, like, maybe this is something. If you notice some strange behavior, ask your child, honey, is something going on with you? You can talk to me. I won't judge you. I won't. I'm here for you. And the main reason people get bullied, their appearance, academic achievement, race, sexuality, financial status, and religion. Now, for me, I don't know why the hell I got cyberbullied. Well, I kind of do, but that's for another day. But hey, it happens. And sometimes you're like, I don't even know. Why me? Why me? Right? So that hopefully will give you guys some information. There are ways to prevent this activity, and there's ways to identify it, and there's ways to stand up to it, and there's ways to stop it. So let's take a stand against cyberbullying, because it is a real issue. It is real. And there are many kids dealing with it right now, and it's even more prevalent than actual bullying now. Cyberbullying, because the bulliers feel like they can get away with it easier. So that is the show for today. Thank you so much for joining me here on OneStream.tv. This is your girl, Val Forensic Gal. I'll see you next week on CyberSecureyou. And thanks to my girl, Neff, for producing. We're out. Peace.